With fears rising that Russia could invade Ukraine, President Biden tonight considering a major show of force near Russia, putting up to 8,500 U.S. troops on a heightened alert, mostly as part of a NATO response force.
Military action by Russia could come at any time.
The president from Camp David this weekend, reviewing Pentagon proposals to move thousands of U.S. troops to NATO countries around Ukraine, fly bombers over the region, and send ships to the Black Sea. NATO also putting more troops on standby and sending additional fighter jets and warships.
What this is about, though, is reassurance to our NATO allies.
This afternoon, the president, after a secure video conference from the Situation Room with European allies, insisting they are united.
I had a very, very, very good meeting, total unanimity with all the European leaders.
But NATO is divided. Ukraine's closest neighbors pleading for help. But Germany stalling on the delivery of German-made artillery to Ukraine. France wanting the European Union, not the U.S., to lead talks with Russia. Russia denies it plans to invade, despite sending more troops and jets to Ukraine's borders. The U.S. now ordering embassy families and civilians to leave Ukraine on commercial flights while they can, and warning civilians not to travel to Ukraine or Russia. Upsetting Ukraine's government, which called those moves excessively cautious and premature. But U.S. intelligence also warns Russia could justify invading by toppling Ukraine's president and installing a puppet government answering to Moscow.
There are a whole series of other actions that they've taken in the past and are preparing to take potentially in Ukraine. And it's important they be put on notice.
The U.S. is letting Russia know it could slap new export bans on semiconductors, potentially crippling Russia's strategic industries and military, from smartphones and tablets to military jets and civilian aerospace. Lester.
Andrea Mitchell, thank you. Let's bring in Kelly O'Donnell now from the White House. Kelly, do we know when the president will make a decision on any troop deployments?
Well, officials tell us, Lester, in the coming days as the White House monitors Putin's troop buildup. And the Pentagon says the president is also considering additional U.S. troops in places in Eastern European countries that request help to fortify their defenses. That would be separate from the troops sent to work for NATO. Lester?
And Kelly, the president making headlines tonight also about a mic, I guess a hot mic moment where he's cursing at a Fox News reporter. Let me play that.
Thank you, guys.
What are you taking questions on inflation then?
Let's move. Thank you. Thank you all.
Do you think inflation is a political liability?
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Kelly, what is the White House saying about this tonight?
Well, we have not heard back from the White House. We have asked about this. Reporters were asking about Ukraine because the president has not responded yet about whether he has decided to deploy U.S. troops. Clearly, that's a critical issue, and reporters will ask about it. He made the point that he does not like when questions are asked about a subject other than the planned event, which in this case was about middle-class families and the economy.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.